blitz, pass it. Got it on smash.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. General West.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Okay, double up. Go. Hey, don't look back. Hey, go.
Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for... A touchback. 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. 2G's the mic, 2G's the mic. Double dog, that's the way.
Second and 15. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Exit. Fire.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
Check 31, check 31. Slam, slam, slam. Jam, 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 jam.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ricky. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Here's Gordon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
50.
Yellow.
There's a wire, right? 58, right there.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
58, scene 6. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's
Yellow.
Check 15, check 15.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 30 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Shift. Slam.
Now.
Here's Hines on the toss play. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First down, Colts.
Ready up.
50, minus 50.
Hey, Delta.
Minus 50. Let's go, baby.
Hey.
Let's get that ball.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage. This time a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
44, Mike, 44. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check.
Shoot.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Hey, Alpha.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Yep.
They're going to look to throw. And now he'll turn and off his back. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 30 yards there. And, of course, the 1st down as well.
And the Colts, 1st down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 receivers now in the formation, 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Colts, nothing.
Down. 50. Plant.
Max 50, Max 50.
Hey, wahoo. Sit up.
50, Max 50. Blue there, blue there. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Go.
Warrior jump. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Say go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
Mike 50. Mike, look at me. Zipper. Hey, Jet.
Now it's Hines. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
He can't hang.
He's not, hey, box truck, box truck.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Here we go.
Stand by.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Bryant missed it. No good. Wide to the left there for Bryant. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A big play there for KC. 56 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Switch.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get him. Check. Lucky.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come out in the pistol. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Yellow.
Check 6 guys. Chance.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They come out here in the I. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last that didn't bother you too much, right?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Let's go. Number 53, Mike 53.
Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? 15.
Check 26.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now Gordon on first down. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Yellow.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Hey, 43, 15.
Safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, red blitz.
Bravo! Watch the run. Mike's 50. I'm here all day. Hey, alert 3.
Yellow.
Tight guard.
Check 9. Right side.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
53. Mike. Echo. Come on now. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch.
Fight on these two.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Hey, turn it up.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Mike's 50.
Hey, red blitz.
Watch the fly. Charlie. Rush in. Wide.
Get the yellow.
Check 3. You go tight. You got it.
Now Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. 57. Let's go. Check.
Alpha. Check.
Watch the motion.
Let's go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Look at me. Door.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
58, right over there. Yeah. 57. Come on.
58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike.
Here I come. 15. Check 49.
Mahomes going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
We want it. Come to my world. Hey, 15. Mike, 53.
Zoom, fellas. Let's go.
Come on, D.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot. But it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And taken right at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
64, wait. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
1st down, Indianapolis.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Go out.
He's checking. Check 24. Check 24. He's checking. Crash. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Hard.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
2nd and long. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Hey, Will.
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
X3, 218, chopper.
I'm coming after you.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
60, Mike. Here we go. 60, Mike. Got you.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All day,
Jordan Willis able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Shift.
43. Yellow.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Pick it up. Show it in.
Come on, baby.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Yellow. I'm coming
after you. 58's the mic.
Yellow.
The mic. 58, right orbit. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, defense.
Hey, Sunday.
Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
Get ready.
Hey, 43.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, Dino.
Hey, 15.
Watch out.
15.
13. Check 13.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
44, Mike, 44.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
44 is Mike, 44 is Mike. Check.
Back to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 52. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On the ground, it's Harris. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Gets it to Gordon. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, if you kill it,
Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Yellow. Go, Lou, Eddie.
Mike, check, 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 check.
Mahomes now to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Colts take
Let's
over
go, baby.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
You draw four.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And the Colts first down.
On the ready.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Watch twitch. Big dash, big dash. Come, come.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Snap.
This is Hines. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First down, Colts.
Break.
Turkey's the mark.
Hey, do.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Both balls to Mike. Mike's both balls. Hey, watch the slip.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Yeah.
Man, move it. You got to get that.
He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They run it here with Gordon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. This is Harris. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Yellow. I got one way.
Yo, slam. Check safety.
Gordon. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, and it's off the mark. Harrison Butker pushed it to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Got it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Chiefs, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
them in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though.